Welcome, everybody, to this new show.
This new podcast with myself, Nikki, and Charlie. What's your name? Charlie?
Yeah. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. So, with COVID and all this quarantine going on, we thought, what else are we going to do? We might as well start a podcast. So here we are. We're going to start this first one, just kind of going over some stuff.
What's the name? We don't know the name of the show yet.
We don't know the name.
It's just an idea. You sort of just kind of had the idea and we're going to run with it. I think it's like in development as we go. Is sort of the idea.
How to take life by the balls and
I was thinking of the husband-wife show, but we could just call it Take Life by the Balls if that is a better working title.
I don't know. Why don't we just call it the wet rag?
The wet rag is probably not as attractive.
That you like to leave by the sink covered in filth.
Okay, we'll get into all that.
Okay.
We'll get into all that. But what if we call it the...
Well, let's just say what we're going to go over today.
All right,
we're
fine.
just going to do a little week in
do?
review. What's, gone down this week. Anything interesting, you all might be able to relate to. We are going to give you a few baby hacks, what we do with our little gremlin to kind of beat the heat and the quarantine. And then finally, we're going to give you some of our world famous recipes.
By baby hacks, this is probably just what not to do.
Kind of like we don't know what the fuck we're doing, but
right. We'll tell you what we do so that you can avoid making similar mistakes. But I think, why don't we just start from the top and see where this goes? We got the week in review.
Okay. So big news this week is Charlie went to the dentist and he had, 17?
Yeah.
Not 7, 17 cavities filled. How does one acquire 17
I'm having
cavities?
second thoughts. I'm having second thoughts about this being a topic on the podcast.
Oh, God.
That was supposed to just quietly just be done, and now...
Jesus. Okay, so he hadn't been to the dentist in several years. I mean, the guy brushes and flosses morning and night, uses mouthwash. He's pretty pristine about cleanliness with his teeth, but it just goes to show you need to go for regular cleanings or you can still get cavities no matter how much you brush your teeth. So,
this is
for all you wives out there.
This is what happens.
You need to make your husband's appointments or, bug them until
this is what happens with the teeth thing, is that, so I've learned, is that you, especially if you don't get a lot of sleep or for some reason or another, you grind your teeth at night, which loosens up your teeth a little bit, which allows stuff to get in under the gums.
Yeah, they said you need a night guard. They tell everyone that you need a night guard.
It's a scam.
Guess what? They said, yep, 100% of people need night guards nowadays. So they can charge you an extra $400 to make a night guard.
That's why even if you brush and floss, and I floss at night. I don't floss in the morning. It's just too much. And I didn't eat anything at night. So why would you floss in the morning if you didn't eat anything at night?
Whatever. I was trying to make you sound even more efficient.
I know, but we're not trying to. I'm just trying to be. I just want to be real with people. Is that I'm not some flossing superhero. I floss once a day, but that should be good. But the fact is, if you grind your teeth, stuff gets in the gums. That's why you have to go get regular cleanings, and that's why I don't have 17 cavities. I had to get 17 fillings. I think they're different.
Oh, whatever. Anyways, I was frightened when he came home because he looked really strange. His mouth was all
glowing,
swollen.
And, when I got numbed up.
Yeah, and he couldn't talk, and I was scared. I didn't even recognize him. I didn't even know it could get like that from fillings. But I guess when you have 17, that's extensive work.
There's nothing like coming home from having a little, dentist work done, feeling a little under the weather, your mouth is sore, and then your wife says, "You're scaring me," when really you need a little comforting, and that's the reaction you get.
There's no babying in this household.
So,
except for the baby.
Except for the baby.
Okay, so the moral of the story is make sure you're getting, regular cleanings. Every 6 months they recommend. I'm pretty sure if you have insurance, your insurance will cover 2 cleanings or majority of 2 cleanings a year. Because if you let it slip, then you could be getting 17 fillings at once and also needing a night guard.
I'm getting a night guard in 2 weeks.
Okay, well, they told me I needed a night guard too, so
Which this could just be a big scam to just bill people for these night guards.
Well, half the people I talked to that got night guards, you know what they said? Oh, I never even wear that stupid thing.
Well, that's a whole other
like,
issue.
I don't know. I have a hard time believing I think it just builds up whether you're wearing a freaking night guard or not.
What?
I have a hard time believing if you just had worn a night guard for the last 7 years but still hadn't gotten your teeth clean, you wouldn't have had cavities. I highly doubt it.
It was only a couple years, 2-3 years without.
So anyways, I think just make sure you're getting your teeth clean. It's real safe. They take your temperature when you go in there. Everyone's like wearing protective gear and la-di-da-di-da.
I wonder if getting like a second opinion
probably pretty safe.
would have been the right thing to do.
Yeah. Well, most people don't get second opinions for cavities, but
I guess, yeah. Anyway.
What are you going to do?
They're making I feel like a dentist is their purpose in the world is to just make the world a better place one mouth at a time. It's just it's just a funny thing to think about. Like they go into work in the morning, they're just organizing the planet one set of teeth at a time.
Yeah. Never really thought of it that way.
You got to put yourself in the dentist's shoes, right? You know, they wake up every morning, they're like, today I got another set of teeth cleaned. And that's their...
I don't think they're thinking of it that way. I think they're thinking of it, today I made another $1, you know.
I sold another mouth
guard.
Today
I sold another mouth guard, and I was able to charge up a few cavities and, rack up, a few $100 for cleaning to the insurance biz. So,
all right.
Let's move on.
That's my mouth. What else? What else we got for this?
Should we talk about how you handled the weed situation out back? So,
yeah, I handled it.
Has anyone noticed that the summer is ridiculous? Like, even people that spend big bucks, having yard guys come every couple weeks, there's weeds.
There's weeds
everywhere, and they come back. I don't understand. What do you do? If anyone knows, please message us. Let us know. How do you keep the weeds at bay?
I can't. Yeah.
Without what do you spray that weed killer shit all over your yard? Isn't that toxic? I don't understand. So he doesn't like having things, and there was a free lawnmower out across the street with a sign on it saying free. Because we have a manual mower and
I have a manual Amish style mower. This is the thing I don't enjoy about weeds is that and the lawn is that you have to cut it every week. There's no progress ever being made. I'd like to cut the lawn and then move on with my life to the next thing, but you cut it and then next weekend you'd cut it again.
That's not the way it works.
No,
I'd like to shave my legs and then never have to shave them again, but that doesn't happen. That shit grows back just like the grass grows back.
That's what I don't get. That's what I don't like about lawn care, is that you're never done. You're never done. You've never accomplished it.
Well,
you just sit and wait till next week.
Let's continue. You didn't want to take the free lawnmower across the street.
No, because it was broken.
It's probably a broken down piece of junk that someone's trying to unload. Yeah. So anyways, according to him, don't ever take a freebie off the side of the road, even though it looked brand new.
It looked brand new, but it was probably broken.
So anyways, we had ordered a weed whacker. So he proceeded to do the whole
short story long
with a weed whacker.
Okay. I had to mow the lawn with a weed whacker because it got too long.
Mow the whole lawn with a weed whacker.
I did the whole thing with a weed whacker and it took ages. Okay.
And it took about 6 hours to mow the lawn.
It took 3 hours, which was way too long, and I had to rake up all the shit because there was just stems everywhere.
So it
was awful.
For those out there listening, do you have any advice on how to keep the
I know the
yard
advice.
dialed
You
in?
gotta just mow it with a mower.
What kind of mower? Why didn't you mow? Because you didn't want to get a electric mower. You have a manual mower.
I know. I thought I would be one with the land. The fact is, as soon as I was done weed whacking, I didn't want to think about it anymore. So I ignore it until it becomes a problem again. That's my issue. That's the thing. I just out of sight, out of mind, and then I wait until a breaking point. I have to weed whack the whole thing again.
Yeah, because,
it's bad.
And guess who ordered the weed whacker? Me. Mm-hmm. Because if we didn't have that, everything would be...
We would just be under under
the Amazon jungle out there
yeah.
with dandelions.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what's a fun fact that I didn't know? Dandelions close up at night. I was looking out the window, and they're like bright and open during the day, and then at night they were all like, boop, they close. Did you know?
I didn't know until you told me the other night.
I didn't know that weeds did that.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're alive.
They're alive. They're definitely alive. They're growing back like, wildfire, and
They grow in like weeks.
nonstop, so.
So that's it. I went to the dentist and I mowed the lawn. My week so far sounds pretty awesome.
Pretty boring.
Yeah.
Was there anything else that happened over the week? Not really. I mean, well, I was thinking maybe we should talk about, what it takes to get the room ambiance at the right setting for going to bed.
That's another thing
when we've had a couple heat waves last week, a couple really hot days. So the room's got to be...
There's a couple household issues we need to discuss. One is the amount of gadgets in our bedroom at night.
What?
I told you what it looks like. It looks like Pee-wee's Playhouse.
No.
It's like a fun house in there.
It's my peaceful aura. It's the only way I can go to sleep.
Okay, so we got like a little mini fan. That's pretty normal. That's not that out of the ordinary. Then you got the Himalayan like crystal lamp, which has been on for the last 7 months. I'm not against it. It's pretty nice. It gives off ions or something. It's like this orange glowing rock.
Yeah.
Right? And then
healing ions.
Yeah, healing ions.
Like shooting out of those while I sleep.
I'm not against it. I'm all for the ions. And then you got a humidifier. That's another thing.
Yeah, because the trick is you put cold water in the humidifier, and then it blows out all this cold air. You're welcome for making the room
like
nice
steam
and like you
vapor
could
thing,
breathe
kind of
and
thing.
not breathing in stale, dusty air.
And then you got the steam spitter in the bathroom, which you just stand in front of you could stand in front of for like minutes at a time if your voice goes out.
Yeah, there's multiple things.
Then that other like zapper thing that with the blue neon lights that you zap, it's got like electric impulses or something.
Oh yeah, but
Yeah, the thing, I don't know, it's like a skin thing, like the zapper thing.
That has nothing to do with the room.
I know, but it's just another gadget in there. There's just the room's
lots
full
of gadgets.
The thing is, you just walk in and you feel like you're in a fun factory. I'm walking in at night to go to bed, and I feel like I feel like Pee-wee's Playhouse is turned on.
I feel like it's an amazing, peaceful aura.
There's
provide
shit
for this
plugged in
family to
everywhere. Every outlet is occupied with some
you're welcome.
gadget.
You're welcome.
It's very, I don't know.
For creating that peaceful oasis for you
Creeps
to
up.
sleep
like
in.
every month or so, a new gadget arrives, and then before you know it, there's like 12 things plugged in.
Yeah, and then you come in and, after I've been sleeping peacefully with my, gadgets and gizmos all doing their wonders, you come in and you flick on this red torch of misery at like midnight.
That's my
and I'm
reading
like,
light.
What the hell is this?
That's my reading light. I'm very,
must you come in here and read and turn on a freaking
I'm very conscientious.
torch of misery of
red?
red?
Look, and I could come in I don't flick on
And
any
then
lights. I have
look
this
over my way to check on Lila, and the red torch of misery is like right in my face.
Look, but for people who don't know, which is everybody, it's a headlamp with a red bulb. And I use that to read in bed so that doesn't wake anybody up.
Must you read in bed? Can't you read before you come to bed?
Well, I want to read and then shut off the light and go to sleep immediately. I don't want to read and then have to get up and then turn off the lights, then walk into the room and then lay down.
Up my whole ambiance. Can I tell you? I have this nice glowing, soft Himalayan crystals. I got my other crystals under my pillow. My rose quartz, my selenite, all my other good crystals. And then you come in
and then
with
I have
this red Zoom torch of misery.
I lay the opposite way. I have a very light, small red light that I just aim at the book, and I just quietly just read a couple pages, and then I go to sleep. And I think it's very reasonable. And that's it. I don't have any other gadgets in there.
Okay, well, I might accidentally lose that when I go running in the dark.
Okay, that's happened before.
Okay, so anyways, if you want to know how to prepare a wonderful ambiance for sleep, you need a crystal Himalayan salt lamp.
That's what it is.
You need
salt
a
lamp.
humidifier.
Mm-hmm.
You need another steam, a steamer that produces just steam. You need
You just
crystals to put
yeah.
under your pillow so you get
Crystal
those
set.
healing proproperties. Crystal set, you know. You can find them.
Chakra crystals or whatever they are.
Yeah, you can find them online on Etsy or wherever. I also prefer to use a silk pillowcase. And yeah, that's all you need.
That's
it. Anyways,
And you're all set.
you're all set. So what else? What else is going on?
Well, I guess the other thing going on is we got pizza night tonight.
Okay, so let's run through some of our weekly recipes.
Okay.
So for
Weekly
those of you
recipes.
that don't know, Saturday night has become, every Saturday is now pizza night. And someone
That's my
that,
realm.
you know, doesn't like
Okay.
to eat cheese or carbs because he's got a cheese problem, he's become a pizza master.
Yeah.
I've never tasted more delicious pizza. It's amazing.
I'm very good at it.
So tell us your secret.
Well, it goes way back. I've always had a knack for this. And there was one time, I was probably like 8 or 9 years old. I was in Cub Scouts. And we took like a field trip to like Domino's Pizza or something like that. And we got to like go and make our own pizzas. And I absolutely just destroyed. It was
Who gets
unbelievable.
a field trip to Domino's?
I don't know. I don't know
Oh my
where it came
God.
from. I don't know who
Most
organized
like
it.
field trips
but
are like educational.
I don't even remember anything else that
Maybe the
happened ever
museum or,
in Cub
you know, the
Scouts except for
aquarium.
this. And I remember like making the most delicious pizza. Like I was like, you can put as much cheese and toppings on as you want, and that's basically what I do now. I've actually realized
So
that
let's tell everyone what you use, okay? So first of all, the crust, okay?
well, I just
Probably wondering, because you know he doesn't like a lot of carbs. This cauliflower crust. It's a frozen crust you can buy. It's like, you know, you can get it at Whole Foods or Amazon 365. It's delicious. You would never know it's cauliflower. It's like, I would think, oh, cauliflower, it's probably going to taste like crap. No, it tastes just like real crust, and it's very yummy.
they've done amazing things with cauliflower these
amazing
days.
things.
The scientists working on this,
This
really
I would never know.
doff
Like,
my cap
honestly, cauliflower rice is,
to the brave men and women
but
working with cauliflower. They've
Yeah.
really just
And-
brought it to a new level.
and then like the toppings. So we do a different topping every week. We've done like sausage, onion, olive. We've done like pepperoni. We've done chicken with blue cheese. What else?
So the buffalo chicken one
buffalo
with
chicken.
like what are those peppers called? There's like
Oh, banana peppers.
banana peppers, some blue cheese crumbles, some I hear the little gremlin starting to wake up.
Oh, our gremlin's up.
We'll get her on the podcast. Let me grab her real quick. Hold on a second. You take the wrap for her.
Okay, so the pizza, yeah, so we did what you do is you just take frozen chicken, you cook it, and then you shred it, put it on the pizza. The key is to like saute like the onions or mushrooms or whatever you put on there first, right?
Yeah. I saute some onions and mushrooms.
Hi, you woke up?
She woke up. She's on the show now. This is Lila. For you guys
Hi, Lila.
listening, Lila's here now. She's on the air with us. And we'll see. You'll probably hear her start. If you hear like a cow or a gremlin or something, that's her. She makes a lot of funny noises. I think the only parenting advice I could ever give to somebody, it's not even advice. I would just say that if you have a baby, they make a lot of strange noises. And that's it. And don't
That's
don't be
completely normal.
and don't be too alarmed. I don't have any tips. I have absolutely no useful guidance.
Well, considering we're so quiet and like, you know, reserved, shy people, I don't understand how our baby got so loud.
I don't know either.
She's so constantly screaming and like making very odd noises, but
that's okay.
she's a real
like
blabbermouth.
clucking, gurgling, like other things that sound like a cough and a scream at once, like a lot of spitting. Just don't worry. I remember
like a possessed demon banshee. Yeah, no, it's completely normal. We thought she was possessed by a demon at one point.
I remember like the first night bringing her home, first couple nights, like literally sleeping with my phone next to the bed so I could Google every single thing she did and see if it was an issue. And I think I just kind of learned is that like, look, she's going to make a lot of sounds and that's going to be okay. That's the only thing I've learned.
Okay, well, let's get back to the pizza. So anyone that wants to try homemade Saturday night pizza, get the crust, get a jar of pizza sauce. Just like Google pizza sauce. Get a jar of that.
Look, here's the thing.
Get some pre-shredded mozzarella, or
Look,
if you want to put blue
everybody
cheese.
knows pizza consists of crust, sauce, and cheese. Like this
Get
isn't
whatever
a tip.
toppings you want. You
This
could do
isn't a-
veggie if you're a vegetarian.
This is not news to anybody.
Meat.
This
you
is
could do
not-
chicken. You could do sausage.
This isn't like helping anybody
Okay.
learn something they didn't know before. There's a magic, and I can't explain it, but I've got it. Okay.
He's got it.
Okay.
So, and I reap all the benefits because it's delicious.
It's pretty good.
And I eat just as
pretty
much
damn
as he does. Like, I think that cauliflower crust we get produces 3 pieces each, which is to me the perfect amount.
It's like a little pan pie,
like
a big
2
pie.
pieces isn't quite enough, and 4 is
It's like
too much.
It's like a tombstone pizza size. You
yeah,
know those frozen
tombstone
ones?
size.
Used to live on those.
So, okay, let's move on. Some of our other, recipes, since everyone wants to know about our recipes, our wonderful recipes. A big thing in this house right now, I wrote it down so I didn't forget. How could we forget? Is oats. We do oats sometimes twice a day. When by oats, I mean oatmeal.
Yeah.
So we buy it by the bulk. We get it on like
Gluten-free oatmeal.
gluten-free.
the
We
key.
get it on Amazon. It's like Quaker gluten-free oats.
So there's 2 kinds of oats. There's breakfast oats and there's the dessert oats. Okay. The dessert oats is what really blew my mind, which you kind of came up with
Yeah, it's like I call it Snickers oats.
there. Snicker oats.
Supposed to be like a Snickers bar or like a Reese's bar.
Basically oats.
You do
You put some
oatmeal.
cacao powder in, and when you mix it in there,
Yeah,
it
chocolate
really
powder.
becomes very chocolatey.
And then you put peanut butter.
And then you put peanut butter
or, if you're
or
trying
almond
to be really
butter.
healthy almond butter.
And you mix that in.
Mix that in, and you're supposed to put a little caramel sauce for the Snickers, but we were out of that,
don't
so
have
I
that.
used a little maple syrup.
Or you could do like a little banana chopped up, which is like a delicious banana split type of thing.
Yeah.
And you can fool yourself into, I don't know, you could fool yourself into thinking it's healthy. The thing I like about trying to fool yourself into thinking things are healthy is if you just break everything down to the basic ingredients, you could trick yourself into thinking you're doing something healthy.
I'm pretty sure it's healthy. All it is gluten-free
See?
oatmeal,
Watch, here we
a
go.
little, like a tablespoon of cacao powder, almond butter, which is protein, and a fresh banana that when you like put it in the microwave and it melts down, it kind of just really tastes delicious. All
That's-
mixed in with the peanut butter and the chocolate. I mean,
That's the trick
It
to
doesn't get
any-
much healthier than that. It's
Anytime you're worried about your diet, just break down to the. It's like there's like a Bill Cosby sketch. Not like that. We want to be talking about Bill Cosby on this show, but he was saying how he used to give his kids chocolate cake for breakfast, and he'd be like, "What? It's got eggs, it's got milk, it's got whatever."
Don't compare
bread."
our oats to like some chocolate cake.
I'm just saying.
Oats are actually healthy.
I'm just saying.
Okay, let's move on to something else that we do that, we think is healthy, but it's probably borderline, and that we had for dinner one night this week, which is our gluten-free pancakes.
Oh yeah, gluten-free pancakes.
So what we do is we get the gluten-free pancake mix. He did make gluten-free mix from scratch one time with like
was
we had
awful.
almond flour.
No, it was terrible.
It wasn't bad.
It wasn't
but we get
bad,
the mix
but
now.
it wasn't great.
And then we also put banana in that, and then we, butter and maple syrup. Maple syrup has a lot of like healing properties and antioxidants in it. So in
There's
my
not
mind,
really-
a little dash of maple syrup.
There's not really
or half a
any
bottle is
great
really pretty
tips
healthy.
coming out here either.
So every now and then, breakfast
make-
for dinner
Just
is
make pancakes.
Breakfast
That's
for dinner
it.
is delicious.
That's
okay?
all. That's all that people are hearing is okay. You made pancakes.
They're healthy pancakes.
This is not improving anyone's life, but we just want you all to know that sometimes we eat pancakes for dinner.
for dinner. Okay.
Yeah.
The only other thing that I can really say recipe-wise that's really, made a big difference in our lives is we started juicing.
Juicing is a nice thing. I will say.
We got on the celery juice. I know everyone's kind of on to this now, but we got on the bandwagon, and it's been wonderful because Charlie's got problems in the bathroom sometimes.
I don't have problems in the bathroom.
Yeah,
I have the opposite.
He's in there for like an hour, and he has to use like a stool to squat on.
I have the opposite of problems in the bathroom. I just want to be clear.
Anyways, yeah, you do.
I have solutions in the bathroom. Okay, and one of them is juicing.
We're usually trying to get out the door, and he's like, "Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom," and then 45 minutes later, he emerges, and I'm like, "Oh my god!"
No, not 45 minutes, but Anyway.
The celery juice has tons of antioxidants, anti-inflammatories. It really
So this is
helps
what you do.
get things moving.
Every morning, celery juice. You juice up some. Okay, Lila's gonna tell you. You juice up some celery, some carrots, a little lemon, a little ginger. You could put a little cucumber in if you want, and that's it. And then I learned from you turmeric spice, which I don't even know what it does, but it makes you feel like you're mixing up something special.
Yeah, we used to do apple to kind of sweeten it up, but he discovered that apples have too much sugar in them because
Yeah, you don't want to start your day
like
with too much sugar.
19 grams of sugar in one apple. And then I said, okay, lemon then. He's like, well, lemon is a fruit and has sugar too. And I said, no, not really. So we Googled that.
1
Turns
gram.
out lemon only has like 1 gram, 1.5 grams of sugar per lemon. So he was willing to allow us to put lemon in there. And that gives it a little bit of tang that it needs.
I will allow
citrus,
lemon.
So that it's not just like mucky, like celery carrot juice.
Yeah, it gives it a little taste.
Gives it a little tang. So.
Maybe that's the only helpful thing we've told people. So far, we've told people that you make pizza out of sauce and cheese, that sometimes you make pancakes for dinner, but maybe like a little juice recipe would be
Sometimes
helpful.
people just need a little reminder, a little inspiration. Oh, shit, you know what? Let's make pancakes for dinner. That'll be fun.
Yes.
Or you know what? We can get a juicer, and you don't have to spend big bucks on a juicer. I know they have some that are like $300 or $500. You could get one on Amazon for like $50.
50
so
bucks?
I highly recommend picking one up.
Cheap one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are our meal tips for the week.
That's
so
it.
if you have any questions, be sure to hit us up. You can message me or message Charlie, and we could give you more details if you need to know about that. So let's finish up today.
See, these are some of those noises. She's okay. Don't be alarmed. Don't be alarmed. Like I told you, they make a lot of funny noises. So.
Okay,
Right?
should we finish then since Lila's up now?
Yeah.
With the baby hacks that we,
Yeah.
Some of our baby hacks.
Any baby hacks?
Well.
Okay, let me start with one.
Okay.
Is that when she's making a lot of noise and we're trying to watch TV, we put a sock in her mouth. And
Literally, you know how people say put a sock
it
in
works.
it?
It works. We give her a sock, and we tell her to put a sock in it, and she starts to chew on it.
Chews on her sock.
It gives you at least 5 minutes. Buys you at least 5 minutes of time.
5 minutes of watching a movie.
Putting the sock in it, right, honey?
Yeah.
You like socks?
So that's
Yeah.
baby hack number 1. Put
Yeah.
a sock in it.
Put a sock. That's where it comes from. Okay, literally. All right.
Number 2, what do I think? Oh yeah, well, she's been really acting up lately. I think she's getting bored, so we've got to trek outside multiple times a day. Whenever they get out of control, just take them for a walk.
That's That's about as good as we come up with.
You got to walk morning, noon, and night.
Okay, here's another specific tip. Is you get that book, Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, right? You know that one, The Coconut Tree. She loves that book. That's I used to read that when I was little, and that works.
Well, the thing about the walks is you don't want to make the same mistake I did and go at 3 in the afternoon on one of these 80-degree days because we got about 5 blocks away, and I thought I was going to kill over. So if you do the walks, just make sure you do them early before it gets too hot, or on a cooler day you can do the afternoon, or wait until after dinner when the sun's kind of going down a little bit and then do a nice evening walk. So that's the walk tip.
You could see,
Another tip I have,
a lot of expertise here.
Make sure if you have long hair to pull your hair back. An easy way to do it, since I don't know how to French braid, it's just I use a little clip up top and then braid down, because when I leave my hair down, she rips it out in clumps. So I would highly recommend either learning how to French braid or doing the faux French braid that I do with a little clippy and braiding if you want to avoid having strands of hair all over the house from getting ripped out of your scalp.
Those are really great tips.
Yeah, that's a hack.
I'm sure people are
no
mind
other
is blown
mothers
at this
knew
point.
to pull their hair back if their child's trying to rip it out.
Yeah,
but
this
I'm
is
sure they
news.
didn't know how to do such a beautiful braid like this.
That could be.
The little tiny plastic clippies are key.
And
The other. Oh, the feeding. The other thing was we realized if you want to get the food down the baby's gullet quick, you got to shovel it down quick.
Oh yeah, if you want to get down, just go rapid pace. That's.
Yeah,
I don't know if
we were just going, here, have a bite, and then like waiting a minute.
Look, I see it as your job.
It's like bite.
Your job
bite,
is to
bite.
get the food into her mouth, and then what she does from there is out of your control. You know, you've done your job. You can lead a horse to water.
Move fast.
And usually
is
it doesn't
key.
end up in the stomach.
Move
but
fast is key. Try and get the whole jar of food down the baby's mouth within, 5 minutes.
Before she knows what's going on, just get into her mouth.
Before she realizes, and then she'll,
So like I said, we don't really have any good advice.
Yeah.
That's pretty much. So we're at 30 minutes.
Oh, we're at 30 minutes, so that's it. That's all we have for this week.
Yeah. I think
we better wrap it up. So
I do too. I don't even know what the show is going to be, but we're going to maybe figure out from there.
we're going to have some guests on eventually to make things more interesting. This is just, episode 1, so it's kind of an intro to a quick weekly recap, recipes, baby hacks. The topics may change from day to day, week to week, so we just don't really know.
But that's episode 1 in the books.
That's episode 1 in the books. So thanks for tuning in.
You can go from there. You can't improve a blank page, like they say.
Yeah.
You gotta have some shit down.
Yeah.
That you can mold and work on.
You gotta get on that bike with training wheels before you can, ride without.
Exactly.
So here we are starting off with our training wheels, and hopefully before long we'll be cruising along on a 10 speed.
All right. Well, good. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
It's been real.
It's been real.
Peace out. Say bye, Lila.
Say bye, Lila.
Bye.
Oh, if you guys have any questions on any of the things we discussed today, you can hit us up on Instagram, message me or message Charlie. We are always happy to help with any baby hacks, tips,
Mostly
tricks,
baby hacks.
recipes.
And
Let
recipes.
us know.
I expect the DMs to be flooded.
Pretty much
once
ask
this goes
him
out.
if it's relating to a recipe, since he pretty much does all the cooking in this household.
Right. You already heard the recipes.
If it's
Pizza,
about, auras
sauce
and
and
ambiance
cheese.
and peacefulness and just keeping the house in order, then you might want to message me.
All right.
All right.
Let's turn this thing.
Adios.
Goodbye.
Say goodbye.